Do you find yourself not picking up a Blu-ray of your favorite movie because you're waiting on a 4K to be announced? In today's physical media news topic video, we discuss why so many collectors are skipping over the Blu-ray format, rant on why this might be a terrible strategy, and then of course talk about the future of collecting 4Ks. But first, if you love collecting physical media just like me and being a part of this amazing league of mega film fans, go ahead and mega blockbust that like and subscribe. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics. And of course, leave in the comments below, do you tend to skip over Blu-rays yourself? Trends here to start off. What I've been noticing recently is that many collectors are skipping over the Blu-ray format entirely. If there's only a solo Blu-ray release for a movie, they are not picking it up. They are waiting for it to come out on 4K. Now, I know some people do prefer collecting 4Ks. That's their go-to format, as is for me. I love 4Ks, ultra high definition. I do think the Dolby Vision and the Dolby Atmos tracks and the HDR really does something to the quality of a movie at the home viewing experience. And so I love things on 4K myself. But what if it never comes out to 4K? Do we just miss out on the movie all entirely at that point? And what if it's a movie we really, really loved? I happen to get that all the time where I see a movie in theater and then it only ends up going to Blu-ray. But I really like the movie. Do I take the chance and wait on it to maybe not get to the 4K format? We just look at the sale numbers from week to week, and we know 4Ks do not sell nearly enough. They don't sell as much as Blu-rays or let alone even DVDs out there. So is there a likely chance that most movies are going to get to the 4K format? The real scenario is no, most likely it will never come out to 4K. It's either just going to stick at that Blu-ray right there. And honestly, we should be grateful for Blu-ray sometimes because most things actually stick at the DVD format and never make the jump up. So let's get into a rant why we must feel the urge to wait and wait for nothing to happen. So why just wait around and hopes that a movie will make it to the 4K format, even though it might not ever happen? I know we wait because we want the best format possible. We don't want to buy a Blu-ray and then a month or two later a 4K comes out. So we'll wait around years and years and years. And honestly, most of the times we still won't get that 4K to come out just because the numbers show that most movies won't come out to the 4K format. And sometimes it's tough to predict what will come out to 4K. Now, sometimes there are indicators that we are likely to get a 4K of something. If you know a studio's patterns out there, like with Paramount, they'll release a Blu-ray and a steelbook, and then they'll release a 4K like 6 months or a year later. Well, in that case, okay, wait, that's not too long of a time right there. Or you know, something has like a 4K restoration already, there's a 4K scan, it's ready to go onto a 4K disc. They just haven't announced the 4K yet, but you got a 4K scan on a Blu-ray, likely chance they'll get to a 4K disc. Now that's okay. Why not wait at that point? Because you know it's likely to happen. But I'm talking about the moments where you know, just based on the popularity of the movie, the information you have about the movie, the genre maybe of the movie, you know it's likely not to get to 4K. Now it's not saying it might not. It might get to 4K eventually. Could be a year, two, three, four, who knows? But are you going to miss out on having that movie in your collection that you could be enjoying for those months and years right then and there just to play the waiting game? I think it's even better to just have the movie on Blu-ray if it's something you know you're really going to like, and that way you get all that time to enjoy it because every day is so precious out there. And hey, worst comes to worst, if it comes out to 4K and you really, really loved it, then okay, upgrade it to 4K. Most people don't even consider that a double dip because you're just keeping up with the times, you're upgrading the format. So I wouldn't feel too bad on having to upgrade to a new format. Once again, if it's a movie you love, and hey, you can always sell off that Blu-ray or get rid of it or give it to a friend and be like, hey, I love this movie. I upgraded mine. Think you should check it out and watch it. And now you're giving the gift of movie watching to people, and that can be a wonderful, wonderful thing rather than just playing the waiting game, waiting for a 4K to be announced that never actually happens. So now to get into the future of 4K collecting and where I see it going next, well, I think it's going to stay about the same. We have 4Ks for a niche collecting premium market that some people absolutely love, like I do. So I will invest in 4Ks if the option is available. But the majority of people out there, the mass consumers, don't know what 4K is. They don't know what Ultra HD means. They don't know what Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos track is. They still call everything a DVD. As long as they can play a movie, they can hear the movie, they are perfectly content with that. And then maybe they'll upgrade to Blu-ray just by happenstance and get a little bit of HD in there. But I don't think the floodgates are going to open to everybody rushing to the 4K format. It just isn't going to happen. 4Ks are just too expensive out there overall for the mass consumer, and that is perfectly okay. But what do we do in this collecting scenario? How do we proceed? What is our best strategy? Well, for me, I think I will get the movie if I absolutely love the movie. I preview a lot of things in theater, and if it's a movie I enjoyed that is only coming out the Blu-ray and I really want to watch it again, I'm not just going to wait around for maybe a 4K to be announced, especially if there's no indicators that a 4K will happen in the future. I'll pick up the Blu-ray and I will enjoy the Blu-ray. Now, if later on a 4K does come out, and if I really, really love the movie, maybe I will upgrade to the 4K format. But oftentimes I find I am content with the Blu-ray on a lot of movies where I don't necessarily need it on a 4K. Now, if it's the top 100 movies of all time to me, yeah, at that point I would probably upgrade to Ultra HD. But once again, most movies aren't going to be on that level. I see a lot of movies here, just like everybody else watching this channel. So I still love the Blu-ray format. It's awesome. It's high definition. I think it's still the best value format out there, which is why I still say it's king. It really covers all your bases for movie watching and can really give you a wonderful experience at home. And so, yeah, Blu-ray is just doing better than 4Ks. That's what the numbers are showing. So Blu-ray stays king in comparison to 4Ks for a reason. But once again, I still love my 4Ks. If the 4K option is out there, I will go there first, but I'm not going to just skip over Blu-rays. And also another cool thing to mention that is if you do pick up Blu-rays and people see a lot of interest in it, these studios will notice that as well. And then they will say, hey, now that the Blu-rays sell so well, we will do a 4K format. So sometimes people have to jump on the Blu-rays for us to even get a 4K. Whereas if they don't see the Blu-ray selling at all, then you know a 4K ain't gonna happen. So if it's truly your favorite movie, you may be doing yourself a disservice by waiting forever, because then you're definitely shutting down the 4K manufacturing possibility. I mean, 4Ks just cost so much to manufacture. Studios want to take less and less risk out there. It just makes sense from a business standpoint. But once again, these are just my thoughts out here, my strategies, what I'm thinking about the situation. I got to hear from you guys in the comments below. What do you do when it comes to Blu-ray and 4K collecting? How long do you wait for something to get upgraded before picking up the movie into your collection? And what formats do you prefer and why? Let's have those fun movie conversations down below. And of course, if you haven't already, go ahead and mega blockbuster that like and subscribe. That way I keep you entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics. We just have a great time talking these movies in this community, of course. And then, of course, if you love this physical media topic, mega blockbuster the next one right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters.